Hello, it has been a while. My real life has been hectic, so my videos are a little bit slow right now, but I am happy to announce that over these last 2 to 3 weeks, my Discord just had the biggest and most successful contest ever, Heroforge, with more amazing spooky models than you can think of and hundreds of people voting for them. So this video is to celebrate the top 10 winners, with most of the focus being on the top 3. These were honestly some really amazing models, not just in the top 10, but like the top 50 list, so frankly enjoy. So, coming in at 10th place, the lowest of the winners, but still a winner, is The Candlekeeper by Northman. And I mean, what is this? Like a skull with shoulder pads and gigantic spider arms and a candle? Yeah, I mean, it is keeping a candle. I like it. This is very soulful. And an arrow sticking out of the skull for good measure. This is good stuff, I like it. At 9th place we have The Heartbreaking Spirit by Macamane, who has been a contest runner-up in contest before as well. And I mean, this model just has a lot of work into it. I mean, you can see just like the detail that goes into creating this kind of like dynamic, right? There's 2 characters here. It's a lot, and it's a very cool one. I'm almost surprised it didn't make it further, actually. Because there's some of those touches that are really eye-catchy, like these glowing veins, like submissions like these tend to do really well, so I almost feel like this one got a bit robbed of a higher spot in the tournament. But nonetheless, awesome submission, well done Macamane, well deserved. Coming in at 8th place we have Krampus by Herr Fisher, and I mean, and this is another one of those like thematic models, like scenery based models, I guess, with the moon behind here. It looks a little bit scuffed like this, but it's very cool for screenshots. And I mean, it's just a massive Krampus, you know, there's a lot of cool tail and wing work going on here, so yeah, solid submission. I like the tongue and the teeth sticking out of the beard. That's a very nice touch. And here at 7th place we have this cheese grater, or should I say we had this cheese grater costume by Second Breakfast, but they deleted their model, so this screenshot is all you get. Blame yourself. Good model though, cool. At 6th place we have we have Grandmother, and this model is awesome. And now I wanna the reason I'm showing this from the big booth to begin with is because, yes, so if the model is made by someone called a sentient cactus, and if a sentient cactus wanted to, he or she could have used a floating glitch to make this head float without needing, you know, this and this, because this entire spine here is a bow, and basically what they've done is they're using this black background in the booth. You can see the bow poking up here in the top left to make the head float, and this is a no glitch way of doing this, and it's great for screenshots. It's a little bit less great if you go into here, but I do respect that they didn't use the actual floating glitch, because, you know, you could argue that's a little bit cheesy. Anyway, yeah, very creepy, very cool submission. I like it a lot. At 5th place we have this Trick or Treat Monster by No Novice. Again, another name I can't pronounce, but I mean, you can already see what this is. I mean, you have a kid trick or treating, and then you have, I mean, this just looks like the thing, right? Like this thing is awesome. Hold on, I need to quickly cancel all the posing. Yeah, okay. If I cancel all the posing, I don't even know what this is. Yeah, well, it's missing a head, I know that much. And here at at 4th place we have Little Jackie by Shermunger. I don't know how you pronounce that name, but look, this model was in the lead for like half the contest, and it's easy to see why. I mean, it is a banger model. I mean, it's just one huge pumpkin. Like I don't know what else to say. I mean, yeah, you can see now, like, look at all the little tails being used to create its mouth, and all the shields and the tails and everything layered on top of itself. It's just, it's a big ass pumpkin. I like it. It's great. So in 3rd place we have The Underling of the Tyrants Below, this very Cthulhu Lovecraft-esque, by Earclone. And I mean, I love models like this. Not only is this like, this is very straightforward, right? Which I really appreciate when straightforward models win these kind of contests. You have this kind of like low fantasy medieval knight, and then you have basically just a mind flayer. And it is some beautiful like horn work here to make these tentacles sticking out of its face, as well as this is very creative, this extra like horn here to create the ridges, like wrinkles in the forehead. Not to mention the additional horns to add these like the texture of like the brain sticking out here. it's just giving me Baldur's Gate 3 nostalgia, really. We also have some nice touches here, like with this glitched out sword here, and I mean, let's quickly just reset the posing on both of these. So advanced posing on the main, advanced posing on the extra, and yeah. The face is still so cursed. I love it. This is fantastic. It's just a great model. Like, I'll be real. People who enter my contest, they tend to say, I don't have a chance because I can't make these like glitched monstrosities that like Hug Me Too makes, right? But like this is not a glitched monstrosity, and frankly it's better because it isn't. Like I don't much love the glitched monstrosities myself. I just like characters and like simple models, and these two, it's so clean, it's done to perfection, and there's such a good dynamic. The expressions are perfect, the posing is perfect, the colors are perfect. Like it's just a banger. Well done, well deserved third place. And at second place we have a repeat winner from many contests in the past. This is the Grim Reaper by Cheese, or formerly known as Jesus Christ, who's also now an admin in my Discord server, which you should join if you haven't already. The link is in the description below, blah 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 blah. Also, I just have to give, before I get on with this, I just have to give a big thanks to, okay, there we go. I just have to give a big thanks to the admins in my Discord server for helping me run this entire contest. I mean, and especially a special thanks to Regency, who counts all the votes and keeps track of everything during the contest. Just, mwah, thank you. Anyway, yes, this is the Grim Reaper by Cheese, and as you can see, it's a little bit scuffed when it's not in the booth. I mean, look, these competitions is like, you post a screenshot and that's what your model is judged after, so a lot of them kind of become portraits almost. But that's just the nature of how the competition works. So again, much like the grandmother model before, you have this like black leg here, and it's meant to disappear in this, like, in the context of like this lighting. The darkness down here is meant to hide it. But anyway, this is what I would call a classic winner's model. You know, like this feels like something like Mothy would have posted, or Cheese, or you know, any of these, like, or Scorch. You know, these like old classic winners. And I mean, it's very eye-catchy. It's very skilled. It's very classic Heroforge. I mean, you have the eye-catchy wings. You have all the tails to draw attention. And you have the flower magic like sparkled through to give like these white roses on top of the wings. I mean, it's all very crisp and it's very, very clean. It's always real clean when it's cheese. And look, I love that everybody, this one and the Candlekeeper, is using the skull shoulder pad as the actual skull face. You can see the frame on it behind the hood there, because it's actually better looking, it's better texture, it's better detailed than the actual skull face, the skeleton face you can get, which, you know, says something about the baseline skeleton face. But anyway, this is it's a banger Grim Reaper, it's a banger model, it's very classic, I like it, and I'm very happy that we have some representation for Death up here in the top 10. Also, these are some nice decals on the sides, like that is a cool effect, I like that a lot. Banger model, well done Cheese, well deserved second place I think. But wait, before we move on, I just want to do this as well. Yeah, you know it, you know, oh my, look. This is what every good Heroforge model looks like if you cancel the posting. It's just it's just the nature of how it is, okay? Like now I did mention glitched monstrosities like Hug Me Too stuff, didn't I? Yep. Hug Me Too won the last Heroforge competition, and I guess he decided he wanted to win this one as well. I mean, look, I can't complain. This is just insane. Like, look, I'll be real. This model has a few glitches, and what I mean by that is it's utilizing things like floating bodies, as well as that really convoluted HB9 glitch that people are using to shrink and enlarge different things. Like, if I cancel the posing on both of these, I want to know what happens. Yeah, what the hell am I staring at? Like, this is it's not just the model and the insane posing. This model is called Our Merciful Matron, by the way. I probably should have opened with that. It is this gigantic Dark Souls-esque spider creature by Hug Me Too. And yeah, I mean, look, I've always said in many of my older videos, it was kind of Hug Me Too who pioneered this entire like low fantasy style that a lot of Heroforgers try to emulate. Now, I will say, it's not really my own preferred style. I mean, look, like you guys know me, I like to make human characters. I like to make pretty like standard and occasionally quite colorful models, even if I am quite a low fantasy guy myself. But like Dark Souls-esque fantasy has never really been up my street. So it's like it's a bit too much of like a dark evil blob for my taste, if that makes any sense. But that does not remotely take away from how extremely impressively made the model is. I mean, look at all the tails being used to create these spider legs, and the posing is fantastic. And this, I was even told that this rock that it's climbing on is actually a hugely like oversized spell. It's not even like an actual rock or a shield or anything. It's a magic spell that's been enlarged like 6 times its size, and then you just have this like crisp, perfect like horn work to create whatever this freaky A Quiet Place monster-esque face is supposed to be. And then like the lanterns up here, and the lighting is another one of these Hug Me Too trademarks that a lot of other people try to emulate and fail miserably to do so. It's like, it's very stark lighting in some areas and extremely dark in all the other areas. There's so much like dark blackness and stuff like this going on here, and I guarantee you, like, most of the things you see here, however small and minuscule they might be, like all these ribbons floating around here, or like the little like finger looking ridges here and here, it's like, those are intentional. He has actually sat there and posed all those things individually to create this and to get all these effects. And it is, I mean, look, Hug Me Too has always been and remains one of the absolute best Hero Forges in the community. It's not the style that I like to do, but I cannot deny that it's incredibly cool. It's also impressive that he manages to remain the master of this style for like 2 years plus, even with countless people trying to copy him and trying to use his style to make their own stuff. And he's still the best at it. I guess Hug Me Too is just like the master of Halloween. Which is fitting considering how gory and evil and gruesome all these models are. I think a well-deserved win. As I wrap this up, all of the links to these models will be in the description below. If you want any of them, have fun. Just make sure that if you use them as resources for your own models, you credit all of these people appropriately. If you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. I mean, it's quite rare these days that I do these kind of videos, like where I'm mostly just dissecting or picking apart other people's models, but damn if these weren't great. In any case, I hope you enjoyed, and bye bye until next time.